Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a woman who stays here in Johannesburg, but my home province, it is in Limpopo, and I wish to share with you my own story, all the things that happened to me, and this is what happened to me, Brother Nashi. Maybe a couple of years ago, if someone would have told me that there are things like duologies, I would have refused. But after I bought a second-hand wig on Facebook, scary things started happening to me. I swear to you, I did not believe in this kind of thing ever before. I never believed that curses and rituals, witchcraft, they existed. I just thought that maybe it was stuff that belonged to old people back in the villages. I thought that it did not exist here in the city. It belonged to those that did not go to school, those that do not know anything about this modern lifestyle. I just thought that even if a woman will get cheated on, she will just blame some other woman using charms on her husband. I used to laugh, and I used to call myself a Christian who was born free and free in my mind. I had a beautiful job, and I used to enjoy life. But that was before I bought this wig, before I started hearing voices in my sleep. Even to this very day, these voices, they still speak with me. What really scares me is that I have now started hearing these voices even when I am in church. These voices before, they did not talk to me whenever I was around other people, but now it even happens when I am around people. So my office, Brother Nashin, it is in the 5th floor, and I am scared that one day I am going to jump out of the window. And it gets scary at times. Like when I hear this voice, like you cannot ignore it. It is very strong, and it will be right there in my ears, in my brain, as if the person that is talking to me is actually inside of me. I really do not know what to say to you. So I am staying in these other apartments. So it even tells me to jump off from my 4th floor balcony, and I'm really scared. And I have recently acquired this property. It started normal, and I just wanted something that was good. That was when I saw this other good-looking 28-inch Peruvian unit. It was on Facebook Marketplace, and as for the price, it was quite good. It was 1.2. It had been slightly used, even though I saw that here and there it needed some work, bleached knots, but I was going to get it done because the closure was still intact. So I kept on looking, and then that was when I followed this girl. She is also on Instagram. Like, her job is just to sell those wigs. She looked clean and the hair looked legit. I DM'd her. She replied me within 5 minutes. Hey, Han, here is still available. I'm leaving very soon for Dubai, so I am selling most of my wigs. This one was my fave, but I need the cash. We agreed to meet at Eastgate Mall food court. She handed me the wig in a silk pouch, smelled nicely, and then I took it, and she was like, you need to take care of it, you hear? And I was like, okay, it's fine. So I installed it myself that evening because I taught myself to do so. I remember at the moment that I looked into the mirror and grinned. I honestly felt sexy, like someone new. My selfies, they were hitting like really different. Even whenever I would post them, the guys, they will be in my inbox all over me, wanting to take me out for a date. Like, it was a nice feeling. As someone that is a single mom, it was nice to have all of that attention that I was getting from the men that I was speaking with on my Facebook. So the first night I had a dream. It was not just a dream. It's like you are sleeping in your room on your bed, then you wake up. I was lying in bed, but I woke up and I saw myself as I was sleeping in bed. I don't know if it makes sense. And I felt as if my spirit was paralyzed. Then that was when I heard something. I heard a voice that was whispering to me. The very first few days, this voice, it was as sweet as honey, but now it is so scary. It gets scarier by the day whenever it communicates with me. But the first day, it was so sweet. It was a female voice that was speaking with me, and the voice was like she wore it when she died. And then I found myself by the balcony. How I had managed to get out of my bedroom, open the sliding door that I always make sure is locked, because I'm scared whenever I go to bed. I always make sure that it is always locked. But I found myself outside, but it was closed from the inside. Like, I really do not know what really happened. So I just thought that maybe it was a weird thing. Maybe I had started the habit of sleepwalking. But what I remember, like in bits and pieces, the morning when I woke up, was that there was a woman that was standing with me, but this woman was standing slightly behind me as she was whispering into me to walk, to walk, to walk. And I did not open the sliding door. She was the one who touched the glass on the sliding door. Then it opened up a portion where me and that girl could fit. When we were outside, she was holding the iron bars on my balcony, and then she was like, wow, down there is a nice trampoline that can catch you if you can jump. Then I just said no. That is what I remember from that vision. I said no, and she got angry, and she dragged me indoors, and she disappeared. That is what I still remember from the bits and pieces of that vision that I had. So when these things kept on happening, what I noticed was that I will always feel cold. Even at work, there was this other guy, like when I greeted him, he was like, yo, you're very cold. Your hands are cold. And I was noticing it as well. So I just thought that maybe it was just my imagination. But when that guy told me that my hands were icy cold, and this was like in October, it was unheard of for you to be icy cold when it is hot like that. And it was already in the afternoon. So I then started speaking with her, and I will call her Nicole. So I messaged her the next morning. There was no reply. What shocked me was that I went on Instagram. She deleted her account, like she never existed on Instagram. I went back to Marketplace. It was gone because it's supposed to be there, like as marked in as sold. I started asking myself questions. Why would someone sell like a perfect lace wig for only 1.2? Why meet me in public, rushing me and then handing me the pouch and disappear? I smelled the wig again and again and again, but what I started to smell, it was like herbs, as if those herbs had been ironed into the wig. It was rusty and blood, and I saw that there were stains of blood inside the wig. And then that was when the voices started to get angrier. Maybe they were angry because I had realized that in the wig there is blood stains, as if there was someone that was killed that was wearing that wig that I had bought. So these voices, they started sounding angrier, and they would be like, jump, 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 and they'll keep on saying that jump, 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 such that it gets so terrible. I go downstairs and I sit outside like I am living a life that is really terrible. I am even scared that I will end up hurting my daughter. Sometimes I hear voices like, you have wings. Ah, you have wings. Do you know that there was this other woman who once did it? She had wings and she jumped off from the balcony. You can do it. You can do it. And it will be like a voice that will be singing in my ears. You can do it. You can do it. Go ahead. As she did it, you can also do it. So I have woken up standing outside on the balcony almost 5 times. If there is anyone, a doctor or anyone that can explain this to me, please help me. I have woken up standing on the balcony feeling really cold. And each and every time when it happened, but wearing the wig, it does not happen all the times. This happened twice. This wig, I even kept it in this other box, and I was like, I'm going to sell it. I tried to sell it, but I don't know how I got out of my bedroom because when I woke up, I had to bang on the door so that my daughter can come and open the door for me. So I don't know if there are people that are scientists that can assist me to understand what is going on with me. When I wake up standing by the balcony, the sliding door, like it will be locked from the inside. I will try it several times, then it will be jammed, then it will just open even on its own. When I am holding it, I'll just feel that there is a force that is pushing it. And when I go inside, I have to bang on the door so that my daughter can unlock my bedroom door because it would have been locked from the outside. Yet, when I go to bed, I lock the door. Even my daughter, she has the habit of locking her own spare bedroom door because I just want her to be safe, and I also want to be safe at all the times. How I do it, I don't know. How I get outside of my bedroom and go into this other room where I keep some stuff that we do not use, where the wig is inside that box. And then I come back and then I lock the door from the outside, and still I find myself on the balcony. I really do not know. There are no stairs that leads you straight to the balcony. You can only access the balcony through my bedroom, and I really do not know. I honestly want help. If there are people that can assist me, I'm not someone that does prophets as well as pastors. I do go to church, but the problem that I am facing right now is that whenever I am in church, the more that I try to pray, the more that I hear those voices. They can even speak with me in church. But this has been happening recently. Even when I am in public, I can hear those voices. I'm scared. Am I running mad? Should I go to the doctors and tell them that I am seeing things that are not there? So please tell me, please assist me. There was a neighbor of mine 2 days ago. So this neighbor of mine came to my car and she literally had to knock on the windscreen. She was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And then I returned back to my senses. And when I arrived at the apartments where I am staying, I parked my car. But what I did not realize, Brother Nashi, that is really scary to me. I did not park in the parking area. Like I drove straight to the entrance where we get into our apartments. And then I was parked there. And I thought that I had parked properly and I had gone into my bedroom and I started crying. So people were just wondering what's wrong, because I literally ran over some of the flowers and then I parked the vehicle. She then came and she knocked and she was like, are you okay? Are you okay? What is wrong? What is wrong? And then that was when I realized that this was what had happened. I need help. I need to understand what is going on in my life. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Have you ever bought anything via Facebook Marketplace? Have you ever done such a thing and something bad happened to you? Dear sister, why don't you just maybe give away that wig or throw it away? Because as long as you have it in your house, maybe you'll end up doing something bad to yourself or to your daughter. Is this a reason as to why we hear stories of people who just jump off from their balconies for no reason at all? Do you think that the person will be going through a lot spiritually, not understanding what is happening to them? She says that the woman was standing behind her and telling her to walk towards the balcony, and when they were by the sliding door, she just opened an opening in the glass, and then they went through the glass without opening the sliding door. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us talk about this in the comment section. If you have ever had any spiritual encounter, please feel free to come to my inbox and then you share with me your own side of the story. There is also another confession that I'm just going to narrate to you of a message that was sent to me by our brother. He is saying that he did some rituals, and when he did some rituals, he used to transport drugs for some Nigerians. He said when he arrived in South Africa, he started working and then he started repairing mobile phones. So he became friends with Nigerians. So he was being used as a runner on foot in town. He would be told to go and collect drugs maybe downtown, and he would go with those drugs to a shop. He was saying to these other shops where they were selling original soccer jerseys. It was also being run by another Nigerian, and then when he would have gotten there, he would get his money. He then said that in time, as he was traveling with this other Nigerian guy, they were stopped several times by the police, and the Nigerian guy said that you have bad luck, because ever since he had arrived in South Africa, he had never been stopped by the police. He then said that he was going to assist him so that he won't have bad luck ever again in his entire life. And after that, he was given a ring, and he was told that he was supposed to go on a mission to sleep with prostitutes. He would pick up prostitutes from the street, and after picking up the prostitutes from the street, he would sleep with that prostitute. And as he will be sleeping with that woman, he will start to play with the woman's private part, but using the finger in which he would have the ring placed on that finger. And as he is playing with the woman's private part, he would be rubbing that ring on the woman's private part with that woman ever noticing. And then that was when he started dating a woman whom he did not know was a Christian woman who prays. And then that was when he was told by his Nigerian guy who had helped him to join the occult club, and he was told that in Nigeria, at the shrine of the healer who assist them to make money, there is a clay pot. Once you join that occult club there in Nigeria, a clay pot is made and is kept by that healer. So inside that clay pot, our brother was saying that there is a little creature that lives inside, and this clay pot, it is a living being. It breathes the same way that you and I, we do. And if anything bad happens to that creature, he said, after a couple of seconds, when that creature will have died there in Nigeria, inside that clay pot, automatically you will also have a seizure. You'll get paralyzed on a certain part on your body, and then you will die. So at that time, when he slept with this woman who was a Christian woman, that was when he was informed that bad things were happening in Nigeria. The clay pot had been broken because of him dating that Christian woman. So he was told to immediately look for a woman. He returned back to Zim, and he was supposed to meet a virgin woman. So he proposed love to this other girl who was studying at University of Zimbabwe, and then he proposed love to that girl. Since he had money, the woman quickly fell in love, and he married that woman. He knew that him marrying this woman, he was never going to sleep with her or to stay with her. A couple of weeks before their wedding, this woman, she passed away, and he knew that this was what was going to happen. On the funeral, he said that people, they kept on seeing the wedding dress that this woman that had died was supposed to wear on her wedding day, and they buried her with her wedding dress. That is what my brother told me. He has since returned back to South Africa. He is staying here. His clay pot that is linked to his spirit and soul in Nigeria, it was repaired and blood was poured inside so that the creature can survive. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Maybe it is wise when you are about to date someone to at least ask, where is this money that your guy, if he has a lot of money, where is the money exactly coming from, so that you can also know before you rush into things. Just being happy that you now have a guy that is taking care of you. Maybe if you can just confirm where his money is coming from. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us meet again in the following episode. If you have ever had any spiritual encounter, and if you are a witch, or if you suspect that you are a witch, you can reach out to us. And we do not assist those that want to become a ritualist, because as for me as well, spiritually, I have been affected by some things that were beyond my control, and it is not my wish for someone else to become a ritualist through me so that your family members and those that are innocent can suffer. So I cannot assist you if you want to become a ritualist.